Hello, my Spartan Warriors, and welcome to a new thing called Zombie Exodus. This is sort of a text-based, choose-your-own-adventure type of thing that's gonna be a bit more chillax, single-playered for now, anyway. I want to do a first run. Well, I've already done one run through it, so I do know that this game can take a while, so this is going to be a longer Let's Play thing. And I figured since it's nothing that's too graphical, I could easily record it, and it could be a new series on my channel. If you guys don't like it, be sure to let me know. I won't record it anymore. But I've had fun with it. I think it's pretty good. But then again, it's like I said, it's a text-based choose your own adventure type of game, so not a lot of people like it. Well, this is where I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start at the very beginning. My wires are all. Blech. Hate wires. Can't wait till I get an actual microphone. Anyway, this is Zombie Exodus by Jim Datillo. I hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, just up here is like shift status stuff that's just generic crappy. In near darkness you stand, pressed against the damp side wall of the cabin. Thin rays of sunlight come through the planks of the wood wall. Zombies' low gruntal grunts. I didn't realize that's what that said. Low gruntal grunts pierce the closed door. This is also where you're going to figure out that I'm horrible at reading aloud. The closed door nearby. Your hands are empty, and as you feel around for a weapon, any kind of weapon, your fingertips glide through a pool of thin liquid. You raise your hand and smell blood. Outside, the zombie emits a shrill howl. Wait for what seems forever. Zombies are patient creatures. Your mind wanders. You think of months past and how you ever got into this mess. You think back to, we're going to start at part 1. Escape. You awaken in the apartment room. News blaring on the television and the sound of a helicopter soaring outside. You stayed up way too late and don't remember all the details about flashes of moments. Drinking whiskey, chaos in the streets, your sister packing suitcases, and police cars lining up along the major avenues like makeshift border crossings. Glance around the apartment, hoping to see Emma. Your eyes adjust to the light. With the Jameson whiskey hangover is a sharp kick to the back of your head. Oh. Your mouth tastes like mud and roller coaster ride. Your bed is taking out of control. You think of Emma. You are her brother or sister. I will go with brother again. You are Emma's older and very protective brother. Yeah, that sounds about right. You are staying with Emma in her high-rise apartment. A responsible woman, she works as a nurse at a nearby children's hospital. I constantly forgot that she was a nurse in the last one, so keep in mind if I do forget that, it may happen again. And recently left a long-term relationship. Her choice. Don't know why they felt the need to add that, but oh well. On the other hand, she is also quite a free spirit and often takes random acts of dancing in inappropriate places, dragging you to karaoke night in the Broken Horn Tavern down the street, and hosting a few too many parties lately that end in multitude of empty liquor bottles and evidence of other mood-altering substances. Them been doing them dank drugs. You grew up together, never apart since your parents both died when you were young, and the aunt who took custody was never a parental figure. You raised Emma, and she is your family. I almost forgot about that. Let's get on to your profession. You had work today, but who works when the apocalypse is starting? What job are you getting off of? Yeah, they break the fourth wall only in this very beginning bit, and I actually kind of like that they did. Now, last time, I'll call my client and tell him that years of military training are not for sale today. That's what I did last time, so I'm not sure what I should do this time. I do not want to be prepping for a sermon. I do not want to be a man of God on this one. I don't really want to be a scientist. Maybe. I may want to be. Site ordering those annoying union guys. Or coach. Oh, coach probably. So an athlete. Businessman. sort of type of person. Scientist. Scientist would be good. Second on the list. I'll go with scientist. You've been working for years in the field of gene therapy and recently numerous grants for your work. In addition, and now, if we go into here, profession as a scientist. I am male, and I'm on the part escape. I have 25 intelligence, 20 will, and 15 charisma. Carry nothing, and I'm uninjured. In addition, you manage a sizable high-tech laboratory for a biotech company. Most of your work involves changing all-around hard work of evolution, modifying genes to cure such things as eye color choice, wrong baby gender. What? Wrong baby gender for overly... What? Modifying genes to cure such thing as eye color... You don't cure eye color or wrong baby gender. If anything, those are the most natural of things. I guess it's to change such things as eye color and change baby gender for overly rich parents. You are intelligent and have impeccable analytical skills and can drink 2 pots of coffee without your heart rate ever going 1 dilation higher. You fall asleep again and dream of the past few months. In your off time, you had several activities to keep occupied of. I really want to either do exercise at a local gym or go jogging in preparation for or work. I probably want to go jogging in preparation for a marathon. You've been practicing for a marathon for the past year. You ran through the parks near your apartment building for hours a day, meticulously watching your diet, training your endurance. You're able to complete a marathon, continuously work without. And then I probably want to do, because this is my stats now, I've gotten a pretty decent dexterity and strength, which were really high on my last one. I had 35 dexterity and I think a 25 strength. But these 3 were like 10, and I had a 15 in intelligence. I did not want that this time. I think for this one I want to take up public speaking courses. Always fearful of speaking in front of crowds, you attend courses at a local college in public orientation, effective communication, and speech writing. You excel in in coursework and lead debate teams and speak around the city in seminars. Good. So now I have a good amount of charisma. How am I not technical? I'm a scientist. Broken. You wake in an apartment, you must dust off the computer. A bottle of aspirin lies on the side. You happen to check a note on your desk with a name written on it. A letter is addressed to, well, Alexander last time. Let me see here. I kind of like the idea of Michael for a doctor name. I will go with Michael. What is your last name? Last time with Alexander Kazlov, because that sounded really Russian, and I was going to go with Alexander Anderson off of the name for what was it, the Catholic dude in Helsing. That's it, Helsing. God, how could I? That's one of my favorite animes. But Michael Rodriguez would be a very Hispanic name. Michael Harris. Ooh, Michael Harris. I'll go with Michael Harris. I like Michael Harris. The note reads, Michael, sorry for not being here when you woke up. I'm heading out to get some things before we leave. You were sick, so I didn't wake you, but the city is getting worse. We need to get out. Be ready when I'm back. Emma. Very well. You awaken with a heavy, nauseous feeling in your gut. 8:30. The clock reads 8:30 p.m. Emma's not been home in hours. You plop down on the living room couch and flip on television. Our middle-aged anchorman reports. The CDC, via the White House, have just announced over 20% of the world is infected with the virus Zeta. That's actually a pretty appropriate name for an outbreak of the undead. Reports are coming in from around the globe of a massive spread of terrible infection that attacks the brain and the nervous system, quickly disabling the victim in effect reanimating the body of the afflicted. Moments ago, You heard from Dr. Anthony Wills, who has treated the infected, and stated they show deterioration of the bone and muscles, a yellowing of skin, and a lack of fine motor abilities, describing as a drunken walk and inability to speak, even though later they have the strength of all their normal human abilities and can even run and sprint. Amazing how they do that with the deterioration of bones and muscles. Sorry, I'm nitpicking zombie things. I always do that. Dr. Willis goes on to explain the virus affect primitive areas of the brain and act as a parasite, which rewires the nervous system of the host to take over functions of the body. Infected become aggressive, attempting to bite or otherwise injure others and pass on the virus. This just in, Governor Tate has declared a state of emergency, and the National Guard have come in to keep peace in the streets and enforce a mandatory curfew of 9 p.m. Appear outside of the apartment for several stories, sirens blare. It was only a few days ago that you first heard of the outbreak. A lot of this is just simple crap. I'll let you get the ability to pause here if you feel like it, but honestly, this isn't very important. And on to the next bit. This is where you finally start to getting what you can do. Alright. And my phone went off. That's great. I'll deal with that in a second. Telepop.com, patient infected, running through, blah, blah. From overhead, you hear a loud thump and crash of broken glass, an explosion of rooftops. Rings from the hallway, and several screams cut the air. You think of Emma on the city. Zombies are running rampant through the streets, uncontrolled by the police. What chance does she have? You need to reach her. There is no landline, and your cell phone is missing. She could be on her way back, but you have no way of reaching her from the apartment. Then again, there's nothing to keep you here. Change into jeans, t-shirt, and grab a quick sandwich and a glass of water. After eating, you realize a few items may come in handy should you need to leave, or your situation in the relative comfort of the apartment changes. You decide it's best to take. Possibly my files or research notes. But most importantly, a backpack with food and clothes. One item is all you can take. Next thing you choose is... I could choose a weapon. I really want those files, research notes. Because I wasn't able to pick those last time. Take several files of data I've been collecting on exotic viruses. Could there be something useful to help stop this outbreak? Now it's time to make a decision. Emma starts... So basically I can search the neighboring apartments for a phone, or lock the doors and check for news updates. I'm going to head out. I probably need to head out. I think I checked... I know I checked... I didn't check this guy, actually, because I think I went to the two unknowns. I'm going to check him. Alright. You unlock the door, but notice it's ajar. No light escapes. Mr. Arthur Hunter's apartment. An antique dealer who usually keeps his shop late in the evening. Our sister mentioned him a few times. Mostly to tell you to avoid him at all costs. Arthur is quite old, possibly late 70s. And on the one occasion you did meet him, but about as friendly as a starving hyena. He won't take too kindly to you being in his apartment. Anyway, well, the door is ajar. So he probably either A isn't in there or B is dying. Going to enter anyway. Use the door open and step inside. Helicopters outside thrust light through the blinds, creating a stripped pattern across the wall of the apartment. You stand in the living room atop oriental rug stretched across the hardwood floor. Victorian describing area. Because you've Aphrodite and Apollos down on guard. Less zombie-filled time. Check the bedroom and find a well-kept room in perfect order. A closet full of old clothes, pressing and hanging or folding. Oh. You hit pay dirt, as a drawer has a Smith & Wesson Model 10 and case with a box of 39 caliber ammunition. Take the gun and ammo, turn to the living room. You perform a more thorough search of the living room and find no phone. You step in the kitchen and spot a radio on a counter next to the coffee maker. Static fills the area. You turn off the radio, the white noise dies out and replaced by the sound of scraping similar to what you heard in your apartment. You spin around and look up and put your hand on the revolver, readying yourself for whatever make the noise. It slides from one end of the room to the other, crossing the walls behind the overhead cabinets. You search through the area, through each one, anxiously waiting for something to leap out. You find nothing but soup cans, dried pasta, glass jars of herbs, and a last cupboard. You open up a can of coffee and find a roll of money inside. The scrapping intensifies. The corner of the room is considered the roll of money. Well, I could take the money, but I don't think it's going to matter much now that the world's ending. So I'm gonna leave the money. Your humanity increases slightly. What is my humanity at? 85? It's pretty good. You put the money back in the coffee can, place it in the cupboard, and out of the kitchen. Having checked all of the Connor's apartment, you walk back in the hallway. Humanity slightly increases. You think you should check another apartment. But, it's 7C. You knock on the door, play the doorknob, it's unlocked. Short man. Basically, it's a man who's hung himself. What do you do? I'm gonna search the room. I'm suspicious. Doesn't everyone use cell phones these days? You search for a computer. You use research. During your search, you don't really see anything. You turn this man's body twitching. You step back outside, knocking over an end table, which falls. Your hand reaches out towards you. Thrashes about. His skin has yellowed. It swings wildly in the air. You leave. It's time to find Emma. Well, that was I think that's a pretty good wrap up of the first episode. This was the first chapter. This is the Great Escape. The next chapter is The Journey Downstairs. It's been. I'm hoping that this is going to be a good series. I'm going to record another episode right after this one, and maybe another episode after that. But I'm going to release this first episode today. Going to get your comments about it, see what you like, what you don't like. And I'm probably going to go for a more pacifistic run. Try to keep my wits about me and try to keep everyone alive, less violence as possible. And hopefully everything works out for me on that end. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, be sure to comment down what you like about it. If there's anything wrong with my audio, by all means, tell me that. And thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.